What up, what up? It's definitely the real Ninja Tips here, the handsome version of Moo Milk with a huge ego but is absolutely effable, and I'm about to share with you more outstanding marksmanship techniques when playing Gears. Here's the top topics, baby. First tip, shoot ahead of your targets, following their same momentum with your target cursor. Side dashes and side bounces do wonders, I can't stress that enough whenever opponents notice there is no Gnasher equipped. A very useful trick to break up enemies' coordination is to keep one of the top 3 guys of their team hostage until their friend arrives. It consumes more of their time and human resources in order for them to save their ally and to actually have them focus on their objectives. The side dash actually has huge range. Contrasting colored platforms linen over cover is an indicator of what's able to be mantled over. Smoke grenades now ignite instantly without a time delay and have much less impact on flinching opponents. Grunt noises and footsteps are the cues to proximity danger. What helps me have a greater accuracy in blind fire is actually calculating my shot somewhere in between half an inch to an inch to the right of my character's head, but also millimeters slightly above the head. If I'm not in chunk range, I'm automatically going to go for one single aim shot to land 7 or 8 pellets to blur their vision and to make them one shot. When rushed by 2, I focus on one of the closest, one has most momentum, and the one that has potential to run to cover near me. Targets that do not want to get near me will get rifled and must come within Gnasher range. Knowing when to let go of the A is important, and that happens at a 45-degree angle of any corner to the left or right of my 12, which is why I stay roadie running by a cover item. Pivot points is the tip I keep in mind when facing direct Gnasher fights. That means I watch my feet and where the feet of my opponents are in order to determine if my shots will be within chunk range and will require clever side dashes and body language interpretation. Single-handedly softening a target is possible but should really be aided by a teammate in order to not waste time on the weapon switch out and determining a safe place to take cover or dodge to. It's a combination of causing extreme pressure to an opponent but having the right angles of fire as well in order for them to have a flight response and potentially make a mistake. Fact, that's what it really comes down to in this game when one is in a match with 2 pro sweaty teams that are in a point of Lancer stalemating and relying on the long shot guy to be the hero for the team advances to happen. That's because the Lancer is the bane of the Gnasher, but only if one really is aiming for the head. It's the ultimate aid to any friendly, whether close or far. Snipers will tunnel their vision into the spherical target they have to play with and use their peripherals for any movement around them. As a Gnasherer, one should always have in mind which team has a long rifle and the turret in order to have a peace of mind and adjust their strategies of advancement. Lancerers should have that type of tunnel vision as well, but doing so for the friendly Gnasherer at all times, but should be wary of the sounds around them, since a flank is inevitable, and should also utilize the angles available in the map. Look for the rare ones, as a matter of fact, which there's plenty of exploring to do that now on Gears 5, since it's a fresh approach from the usual recycled maps that the franchise has offered. The formula for the Gnasher rush is shoot, dodge, shoot because of the time that it takes for another round to get into the chamber and in front of the bolt, unless a tactical retreat is absolutely necessary in order to absolutely attain the first shot whenever one is fully healed. Remaining stationary is the way to listen to the footsteps, and whenever behind pillars or tall walls, I prefer to stay hidden, standing by them and not laid flat on them. It gives me a better way to situationally be aware. It takes less time to accomplish by simply letting go of the roadie run. It also helps me keep my invisible target cursor on point with my center of gravity, and I will also avoid making a loud oomph noise that is very easily audible to any of my near opponents. Studying the maps. Learn how to make calls by observing the names of their locations or make up your own based on what you observe in order to aid the teammates in your squad. Randoms will hear you through their TV, and it's precisely that synchronization that leads to superior outcomes. Flashbang effects are quick, so you have to rush with your toss for it to work. The B button now has a homing and tracking animation and is useful for halting one's opponent's shots from taking one out. Instead of starting out with the Gnasher, I start out with the rifle to be able to soften my targets up for myself or for my friendlies. The biggest key here is to strive for points, not for kills. Having that mentality should place one at a team strategic level and not an enemy feeder that runs out to get killed and diminishing the defenses of the team, causing the enemy to push in further to set up Lancer positions and spread apart in order to create angles of opportunity. Not picking up friendlies, as you see here, is an indicator of no teamwork and appreciation for the aid of one's left and right of them, but also comes with a hefty price of possibly losing the match. The key thing here is time, and all we have is the limited time in our lives to do things we want. Staying behind cover and waiting for the things to come to oneself is a path of a loser in real life and in the game. So, making calls and rushing in with one's teammates and lancering for them is a major must. Also, it is not wise to Lancer next to your teammate that also has a Lancer out. It's just a sure way to get flank rushed. Well, that's all the time I got for now. Catch you guys later.